I've decided to design my own throne.
What a great idea!
But I need your help to make it as soon as possible.
It will be my pleasure, Your Highness.
Mr. Fox designed a new throne for the king, but the king didn't seem to like it.
I know just the thing for you.
Mr. Fox took his tape measure and got to work. He took measurements and made estimations. This wasn't going to be easy, but Mr. Fox was gonna give it a try anyway. He hopped into his car and took off for the jungle store.
All done. Can you please try it now?
Wow! That's exactly what I wanted.
Glad you liked it, Your Highness.
And there you have it, the new King of the Jungle. One nice spring night, Mr. Fox was sitting in his balcony, relaxing and drinking his favorite juice, when suddenly the phone rang. He wondered who would be calling him this time of night.
Hello? Who is it?
Mr. Fox, it's Rorik.
Your Majesty, how may I help you?
Well, Mr. Fox, I'd like you to come to my house early in the morning to discuss something urgent.
Of course! I'll be there.
After he hung up the phone, Mr. Fox went to sleep. He was supposed to wake up early. He wouldn't want to miss his appointment with the king. Early next morning, Mr. Fox woke up and went to wash his face. After that, he got dressed and was all ready for his appointment with the king. He got into his car and drove off.
Hello, Mr. Fox. One moment, please. Your Majesty, Mr. Fox has just arrived. May he come in?
Of course. Let him in.
Come in, Mr. Fox. His Majesty is waiting for you.
Good morning, Your Majesty. Hope I'm not late.
No. You're always on time. How are you, Mr. Fox?
I'm fine. And how's our little Frisky?
He's fine. A little mischief every now and then. You can never get him to stay in one place. But thanks to your bracelet, we can always find him. Saved us a lot of trouble.
It's my pleasure. So tell me about this urgent matter.
As you know, our jungle's population has been increasing lately.
Indeed, our population has increased.
Yes, but it's getting harder to summon them all to the meeting every time. That's why I called you, Mr. Fox. I need you to figure out a way for me to reach all the animals at the same time.
Let me see. I need to think this through.
That's okay, Mr. Fox. But please, don't take too much time.
Don't you worry, Your Majesty. I will find a solution by tomorrow.
As Mr. Fox got into his car to get back home, he thought all the while about the king's request. How could he help the king with his problem? With everything else Mr. Fox has faced, this might be a slightly bigger challenge for him.
This is more challenging than I thought. Maybe a short break will help.
Mr. Fox went back to his house and sat on his sofa. Since he can't think anymore about the king's request, he thought it would be great just to relax and watch his favorite TV show. Everything was peaceful and quiet, but then suddenly...
I got it!
Mr. Fox rushed back to his workshop. He quickly designed a new device. He carried the new device to his car, and off he went to King Rorik's place.
Mr. Fox, I thought you were coming tomorrow. Did you solve my problem?
Yes, Your Majesty. This is a solution to your problem.
That's great! But what's that, Mr. Fox?
This is a megaphone. I made it specially for you. Every time you need to meet the animals, all you have to do is roar into it.
Mr. Fox, you're a genius!
But be careful. It's powerful. So make sure that no one is around you when you use it.
Of course! I can't thank you enough, Mr. Fox. You're a great asset to all of us.
It's my pleasure, Your Majesty.
Goodbye, Mr. Fox.
Mr. Fox got into his car and waved goodbye to the king. He was feeling happy and pleased. The problem was now solved, and he was able to help out a friend once more. It was a beautiful sunny day. Feeling bright and early, Mrs. Sharpie was on her way to work.
Good morning, Sharpie.
Good morning, Emma.
You're looking good today, Sharpie.
Thank you. Come in. Good morning, Mrs. Susan.
Oh, good morning, Sharpie. Today's gonna be a special day.
I hope so, but why?
Well, we have more packages that need to be delivered to their owners on time. And there's a special package for the king.
I'm on it, Mrs. Susan. After piling them all up, Mrs. Sharpie went to deliver the packages. Here's your package.
Thank you, Sharpie. Just in time.
Looks like delivering the next one is gonna take some time. After safely delivering the package to Mr. Camel, Mrs. Sharpie took off to the opposite side of the jungle to deliver a package for Mrs. Deer. Here's your package.
Thank you. But why were you late? I waited all morning.
Next was Mrs. Bird's package, and that was south of the jungle. That was very tiring for Mrs. Sharpie. Mrs. Bird! Mrs. Bird! Here's your package.
I thought you weren't coming. Thanks anyway.
Next was Spike the Dragon. Here's your package.
You know, I never thought you'd be late.
Oh no! It's the last package I'm delivering today. I hope the king is not too upset that I'm late. Worried and a little scared, Mrs. Sharpie took off to deliver the last package. She was already late as it is. The last package was intended for the king, and after being all over the jungle, will she be able to make it in time? Here you go, Mr. Timber. This package is for the king.
Thank you, Sharpie. But the king was worried and a bit upset.
Why?
Well, he had to wait all day for this package. You're not usually late, Sharpie. He was very upset.
My sincerest apologies. I'll be more careful next time. Mrs. Sharpie was very tired and really upset. Having to deliver packages all over the jungle was no minor task. So, she decided to go to Mr. Fox and ask for his help.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Sharpie. How have you been?
I'm not good at all, Mr. Fox. You have to help me.
What happened?
I've got a lot of letters and packages, and I keep flying east and west all over the jungle. This won't do, Mr. Fox. I'm so tired.
Oh, Mrs. Sharpie, you do look exhausted. Please, come in, and we'll figure this out together. Would you like a cup of hot chocolate?
No, I just want to find a solution, Mr. Fox.
Okay. Tell me what the problem is exactly.
I get too much letters, so I fly to deliver them. I find that the first letter should be delivered to the western part of the jungle, so I fly and deliver it, just to find that the next one is in the eastern part of the jungle. And when I fly and deliver it there, I find that the one after it is in the north. And after that, it's west again, and it's all driving me crazy.
Calm down, Mrs. Sharpie. There must be a solution to all of this.
That's why I came to you. I kept thinking and thinking, but they come in packages, and I must deliver them all in one day. So how can I do that?
Don't worry, Mrs. Sharpie. We'll sort this out. Sort? Sort! That's it! Why don't you sort them out from the very beginning, Mrs. Sharpie?
What do you mean by sorting them out?
I mean, first, you should read the addresses and sort all the letters that should be delivered north together, and those that should be delivered east together, and so on.
And then I'd finish all the north letters together, and the east, and then the south, and then the west, right?
Precisely.
That's a great idea, Mr. Fox. Thank you so much.
Wait, where are you going?
I have letters to sort out. Thank you, Mr. Fox.
Glad I was able to help you, Mrs. Sharpie.
Goodbye. Happy with the solution she got, Mrs. Sharpie took off and looked forward to a new day with her new planned plot. It was past midnight. Mr. Sleeperson Koala was on his way home from work. The streets were empty and quiet. He was falling asleep. He tried really hard to keep his eyes open, when suddenly the car stopped for no reason. And Mr. Sleeperson didn't wake up, as if it was the hibernation season.
What is that?
Mr. Sleeperson fell asleep on his driving wheel. The horn was too noisy for Mr. Fox to bear. He tried to block the sound out, but it was no use. He pulled his cap over his head, put earmuffs, but it was all in vain. He couldn't bear that horrible sound any longer.
What a horrible sound! Who could it be this late at night? Oh no! Mr. Sleeperson! It's you again! What brought him here this time of night? And he slept on the driving wheel. Excuse me. Mr. Sleeperson! Hello? Hello? Oh, that's enough!
What? Where? What time is it?
It's 2 in the morning, and you fell asleep on your driving wheel in front of my house.
Oh, Mr. Fox. Hello. Oh my, it's 2 a.m.
Oh, you noticed?
So how can I help you, Mr. Fox?
Help me? Help me? You're the one in front of my house.
What am I doing here?
I don't know. You tell me. I was fast asleep when I woke up to that horrible sound of your noisy horn.
Oops. Sorry. I must have fallen asleep while I was driving again. My bad.
Never mind that. Could you please drive all the way to your own house without falling asleep or bumping your head against the horn?
Oh, sure, Mr. Fox. Have a good night.
Good night.
But as Mr. Sleeperson tried to start the car, It wouldn't start.
Huh? Oh, man!
Oh, Mr. Fox, wait! Help!
Now what?
The car won't start.
Is that so?
Can you check it for me, please?
Of course!
Mr. Fox walked back to the car and started to check it out. Everything seemed fine. However, when he lowered the hood cover, he found Mr. Sleeperson sleeping in the back seat. He couldn't control his anger. He banged the hood cover. But Mr. Koala was still asleep. Mr. Fox decided to hop into the front seat and try to start the car himself.
Huh? Mr. Sleeperson! Your car is out of fuel!
Who? Where?
Your car is out of fuel!
No way!
Oh,
What will we do now?
you have to fill the tank!
Okay.
Mr. Sleeperson!
What?
Wake up! I'll fill your tank for you. I have some fuel in my house.
Oh, that would be great.
Mr. Sleeperson, it's all done. You can go home now.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Oh, not again!
Spike the Dragon always bragged about how good he was at photography. And all he wanted was just one little chance to prove to everyone how talented he was. It didn't take long before someone actually recommended him to be the official photographer of King Rorik the Lion's birthday party.
All done and send.
Wow, that's a nice picture. Now we know who'll be our photographer.
And immediately, Mr. Tiger sent a message to Spike.
Oh! Finally, someone recommended me. I won't let them down. I promise.
And so, Spike started to train and practice some more. His pictures were beautiful, and he felt so happy. Everything went well until the morning of the party.
Oh, today's the day. Finally! Maybe I should train some more. Huh? Oh no! What have I done?
While Spike was testing his camera, he pressed on something that changed his camera settings. Now all his pictures turned to white. Spike tried to change it back, He cleaned his lens and checked his filters, but all was in vain.
What will I do? Oh, what will I do? I must go to Mr. Fox at once.
Feeling so worried and sad, and with no clue what to do, Spike held his camera and flew off to Mr. Fox.
How could it be this early? Oh, Spike, it's you.
Help me, Mr. Fox. My camera. Help! All white, broken. Help!
Calm down, calm down. Please, come in.
Spike followed Mr. Fox inside. He sat down and started to speak slowly.
You know today's the king's birthday party.
Yes, and you've been hired as the official photographer. Congratulations, Spike.
Oh, Mr. Fox, it would soon be condolences.
What? Why?
My camera. It's broken.
Broken?
Yes, I woke up early today and tried to check it. But I found that every picture I take becomes white.
Have you checked the lens?
Yes, and I re-cleaned them to be sure. But it's no use.
And the filter?
Everything.
The lens and the filter. Can I take a look at it?
Mr. Fox held the camera and started to check the settings.
Where could I buy another one now? Do you have a professional or digital one?
I don't think you'll need it, Spike.
I'll go straight to prison, right?
No, it wouldn't be fair to send the most talented photographer to prison.
They'll all laugh at me.
Are you sure about that?
Mr. Fox took a picture with the camera and showed it to Spike, who couldn't believe his eyes.
Wow, it's back. What was wrong with it?
Looks like you accidentally increased the gamma.
Oh, I forgot to check that. Thank you, Mr. Fox. I'll go now. See you at the party.
That would be awesome.
With that, Spike walked out of Mr. Fox's place. He went back home with a smile on his face. Spike the Dragon always bragged about how good he was at photography. And all he wanted was just one little chance to prove to everyone how talented he was. It didn't take long before someone actually recommended him to be the official photographer of King Rorik the Lion's birthday party.
All done and send.
Wow! That's a nice picture! Now we know who'll be our photographer.
And immediately, Mr. Tiger sent a message to Spike.
Oh! Finally, someone recommended me! I won't let them down. I promise.
And so, Spike started to train and practice some more. His pictures were beautiful, and he felt so happy. Everything went well until the morning of the party.
Oh, today's the day! Finally! Maybe I should train some more. Huh? Oh no! What have I done?
While Spike was testing his camera, he pressed on something that changed his camera settings. Now all his pictures turned to white. Spike tried to change it back. He cleaned his lens and checked his filters, but all was in vain.
What will I do? Oh, what will I do? I must go to Mr. Fox at once.
Feeling so worried and sad, and with no clue what to do, Spike held his camera and flew off to Mr. Fox.
How could it be this early? Oh, Spike, it's you.
Help me, Mr. Fox. My camera. Help! All white, broken. Help!
Calm down, calm down. Please, come in.
Spike followed Mr. Fox inside. He sat down and started to speak slowly.
You know today's the king's birthday party.
Yes, and you've been hired as the official photographer. Congratulations, Spike.
Oh, Mr. Fox, it would soon be condolences.
What? Why?
My camera. It's broken.
Broken?
Yes, I woke up early today and tried to check it. But I found that every picture I take becomes white.
Have you checked the lens?
Yes, and I re-cleaned them to be sure. But it's no use.
And the filter?
Everything.
The lens and the filter. Can I take a look at it?
Mr. Fox held the camera and started to check the settings.
Where could I buy another one now? Do you have a professional or digital one?
I don't think you'll need it, Spike.
I'll go straight to prison, right?
No, it wouldn't be fair to send the most talented photographer to prison.
They'll all laugh at me.
Are you sure about that?
Mr. Fox took a picture with the camera and showed it to Spike, who couldn't believe his eyes.
Wow, it's back. What was wrong with it?
Looks like you accidentally increased the gamma.
Oh, I forgot to check that. Thank you, Mr. Fox. I'll go now. See you at the party.
That would be awesome.
With that, Spike walked out of Mr. Fox's place. He went back home with a smile on his face. One day, the whole jungle decided to celebrate their new king, Rorik the lion. He was young, active, and picky, and known for his loving spirit. After his coronation, King Rorik moved to his new mansion and started to check it out.
Great, and that's my throne, right?
Exactly, Your Honor.
Well, I'd better check it out.
Yes, please do.
Ah, timber! That's too uncomfortable.
But Your Honor, it was made especially for you.
Not good enough.
With a sad look on his face, Timber went to call Mr. Fox and ask him for help. Meanwhile, Mr. Fox had just finished his morning exercises and was heading back home. After a cold shower, he changed his clothes and had some tea. Then, he quickly read about the king's coronation in the newspaper.
Hello? Hello, Mr. Fox. Can you please,
Hello, Mr. Fox. This is Rorik.
Oh, hello, Your Highness. How may I help you?
I need you to come immediately. There's a huge problem, and I'm pretty sure that you're the only one who can help.
I'll be right there.
So, Mr. Fox quickly took his keys, hopped into his car, and drove towards the king's manor.
Hello, Mr. Fox. One moment, please. Your Majesty, Mr. Fox has just arrived outside requesting an audience.
Of course. Let him in.
Come in, Mr. Fox. His Majesty is waiting for you. Good morning, Your Highness. What seems to be the problem?
Oh, Mr. Fox. Good, you came quickly.
Always at your service.
Well, I was at my coronation, and I thought I would check out my throne. But unfortunately, I felt too uncomfortable. Can you believe that I'm gonna rule the jungle on an uncomfortable throne?
But I hear it was carved out of the best kind of stone.
But it still hurts my back.
Oh my!
Anyway, I've decided to design my own throne.
What a great idea!
But I need your help to make it as soon as possible.
It will be my pleasure, Your Highness.
Mr. Fox designed a new throne for the king, but the king didn't seem to like it.
I know just the thing for you.
Mr. Fox took his tape measure and got to work. He took measurements and made estimations. This wasn't going to be easy, but Mr. Fox was gonna give it a try anyway. He hopped into his car and took off for the jungle store.
All done. Can you please try it now?
Wow! That's exactly what I wanted.
Glad you liked it, Your Highness.
And there you have it, the new King of the Jungle. Looks really down. On his face, there was a frown. He had a cake, but he didn't care. And although it was his birthday, he said,
"Life's not fair."
"Thank you, Mom." "You're welcome, sweetie. Are you okay?"
"Yeah, I'm fine."
Oh, look who's here. It was Rue's best friends, Poppy and Fluffs.
Hey there! Happy birthday! Wow, neat birthday cake.
Yeah, just a normal birthday cake, traditional birthday hat, and the same old wishes over and over again. Rue, are you okay?
Bad timing, huh? He looks sad. I know, but the cake is still here. Oh, stop it. We have to help him feel better. It's his special day. A little bite won't hurt. Oh, sure, the cake won't hurt. But what about my fist? Fine, fine. What do you have in mind? Let's go. Where to? I know someone who can help. Mr. Fox? Duh.
In an attempt to help their friend, Poppy and Fluffs went to Mr. Fox. Only he would know what to do.
Hey, Carrots.
Do you have any lemonade, Mr. Fox? I stopped apologizing for his behavior long ago. You know, Fluffs, he's just Fluffs.
It's okay. Come in.
Are you sure it's all right?
Positive. It's always the right time.
It's Rue's birthday, and he's pouting. He's bored with the same birthday routine every year. So we want to make him something different this year. Can you help us? Yeah. Unbelievable. You'd think I'm quite believable if you tasted this lemonade. It's awesome. Any ideas, Mr. Fox?
What do you guys say I help you throw him an extraordinary party with a magic show?
A magic show? But who's gonna perform the magic tricks?
You guys will. I'll teach you.
This is the best idea ever. I agree.
We'll also bake him a cake.
But he says cakes are boring.
I can assure you, this one he will like.
Sounds like the perfect plan.
All right, first, let's bake the cake.
It wasn't a very easy task, but all three of them worked hard to make this the best day ever.
This is the coolest birthday cake ever!
Now for the magic tricks. We need a bottle of water left in the freezer for around 2 hours and a plate full of ice. We'll also need some food coloring and soda.
I'll get the color blue. I'll get the green and the yellow.
And I think I'll get the red.
We are all set now, I think.
Not yet.
What else do we need?
Invisible ink.
Huh?
Fluffs and I will pour it over everything, including ourselves. And you, Pops, will give Rue this magic glitter. When he sprinkles it, everything will become visible.
Cool. Let's go. Let us pour the invisible ink now. Hey, Roo!
Hey,
What are you doing?
just sitting here, bored.
Well, not for long.
Yeah, right.
Well, think again. Happy birthday.
What's this?
You have to sprinkle it around to find out.
Where?
First, on the table.
Wow! How did you do that? It's a donut cake!
Now try sprinkling all around.
This is impossible! It's the coolest thing ever!
It's not over yet.
I can't believe you guys did all this for me!
All thanks to Mr. Fox. He was a great help.
I can't believe you guys! Thanks!
That's what friends are for.
Mom, come and see! What wonderful friends you have, Roo! Yeah, I think so too. Because of his friends, Roo's birthday was extra nice. One celebration was not enough, so they celebrated twice. One bright sunny morning, as Mr. Fox was having his morning coffee and reading his newspaper in the balcony, his phone rang.
Who could it be so early in the morning? Hello?
Hello, Mr. Fox. It's Rorik.
Oh, hello, Rorik. How are you today?
Not very good, I'm afraid.
Why is that?
My piano. I tried playing it today, but it sounds weird.
How so?
I don't know. Could you please come and check it out?
Sure, I'm on my way.
Thank you, Mr. Fox. I'll be waiting for you.
And I'll be right there.
So, quickly, Mr. Fox changed his clothes. He took his toolbox and his car keys, got into his car, and drove off to Rorik's place.
Hello, Mr. Fox. One moment, please. Your Majesty, Mr. Fox has just arrived.
Of course. Let him in.
Come in, Mr. Fox. His Majesty is waiting for you.
Good morning, Rorik. I came right away.
Oh, you're here, Mr. Fox. Please help me with my piano. It's the only thing that comforts me.
Don't worry, Rorik. I'll see what I can do.
Mr. Fox started to check the piano. He tried playing a few notes.
What is it, Mr. Fox? Is it broken? Mr. Fox, please answer me. It sounds horrible.
It's not broken, Rorik. It just needs tuning.
Do I have to buy a new one?
No, Rorik. It's very simple. I can tune it for you.
Really? Thank you, Mr. Fox. I almost had a heart attack.
However,
Oh no, not that word.
I'm sorry, but it might take a while.
Oh, it's okay. I can wait.
Okay then, I'll get started.
Please, Mr. Fox, do your best. It's my everything.
Don't worry, it'll be good as new.
Mr. Fox opened his toolbox, grabbed a few things, then started to work.
Beautiful. It sounds beautiful.
Told you everything will be alright.
I can't believe it. Thank you so much, Mr. Fox.
Anytime, Rorik.
And with that, Mr. Fox's work was all done. He waved goodbye and drove along happily. He had helped out a friend once more. For helping each other is everything you could ever wish for.